An archaeologist is the best husband a woman can have. The older she gets, the more interested he is in her. Everybody said, "Follow your heart." I did. It got broken. I like living. I have sometimes been wildly, despairingly, acutely miserable, racked with sorrow, but through it all I still know quite certainly that just to be alive is a grand thing. The impossible could not have happened, therefore the impossible must be possible in spite of appearances. A woman who doesn't lie is a woman without imagination and without sympathy. A mother's love for her child is like nothing else in the world. It knows no law, no pity. It tears all things and crushes down remorselessly. If you place your head in a lion's mouth, then you cannot complain one day if he happens to bite it off. Instinct is a marvelous thing. It can neither be explained nor ignored. The best time for planning a book is while you are doing the dishes. You gave too much rein to your imagination. Imagination is a good servant and a bad master. The simplest explanation is always the most likely. The one doesn't recognize the really important moments in one's life until it's too late. Never do anything yourself that others can do for you. It is really a hard life. Men will not be nice to you if you are not good looking, and women will not be nice to you if you are. Never tell all you know, not even to the person you know best. One of the saddest things in life is the things one remembers. The young people think the old people are fools, but the old people know the young people are fools. Time is the best killer. In the midst of life, we are in death. The truth, however ugly in itself, is always curious and beautiful to seekers after it. But surely for everything you love, you have to pay some price. Good advice is always certain to be ignored, but that's no reason not to give it. Everything must be taken into account. If the fact will not fit the theory, let the theory go. I know there is a proverb which that says to err is human, but a human error is nothing to do what a computer can do if it tries. I don't think necessity is the mother of invention. Invention arises directly from idleness, possibly also from laziness, to save oneself trouble. Words, mademoiselle, are only the outer clothing of ideas. To every problem, there is a most simple solution. But no artist, I now realize, can be satisfied with art alone. There is a natural craving for recognition which cannot be gained. Every murderer is probably somebody's old friend. It's like all those quiet people, when they do lose their tempers, they lose them with a vengeance. It is completely unimportant. That is why it is so interesting. I don't know at all, and that's what's frightening the life out of me, to have no idea. Everyone is a potential murderer. In everyone's there arises from time to time the wish to kill, though not the will to kill. It is the brain, the little grey cells on which one must rely. One must seek the truth within, not without. One is left with the horrible feeling now that war settles nothing, that to win a war is as disastrous as to lose one. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. An appreciative listener is always stimulating. To rush into explanations is always a sign of weakness. One of the luckiest things that can happen to you in life is to have a happy childhood. When you find that people are not telling you the truth, look out. Tea. Bless ordinary everyday afternoon tea. Words are such uncertain things. They so often sound well, but mean the opposite of what one thinks they do. Dogs are wise. They crawl away into a quiet corner and lick their wounds and do not rejoin the world until they are whole once more. What good is money if it cannot buy happiness? There is no detective in England equal to a spinster lady of uncertain age with plenty of time on her hands. It's what in yourself that makes you happy or unhappy. People should be interested in books, not their authors. I always think loyalty is such a tiresome virtue. The happy people are failures because they are on such good terms with themselves they don't give a damn. Love can be a very frightening thing. That is why most great love stories are tragedies. Elephants can remember, but we are human beings, and mercifully, human beings can forget. Our weapon is our knowledge, but remember, it may be a knowledge we may not know that we possess. Fear is incomplete knowledge. A great many men are mad, and no one knows it. They do not know it themselves. Two people rarely see the same thing. Women observe subconsciously 1,000 little details without knowing that they are doing so. Their subconscious mind adds these little things together and they call the result intuition. The human face is, after all, nothing more nor less than a mask. To count really and truly to count, a woman must have goodness or brains. Courage is the resolution to face the unforeseen. People who can be very good can be very bad too. Curious thing, rooms tell you quite a lot about the people who live in them. Unless you are good at guessing, it is not much use being a detective. Conversations are always dangerous if you have something to hide. Some are born to sweet delight, some are born to endless night. If a man sleeps with two women, they will soon realize that he does not belong to either of them. Which quotes did you like the most? Share your opinion in the comments. Stay tuned for our next video. If you enjoyed this video, then please like to the channel and subscribe. Thank you for watching.